So, I don't know what happened. Everything's just a bit out of whack today, so sorry for the crash. Flat Wabbit is really missing out on all these bunny conversations because he would feel right at home here. So I'm gonna start with the bottom areas of her dress. Hopefully we can add some definition to that and not have it look like they're morphing into her legs. I am back! How have you been, Grumpy Illustrator? Hope you've been well. So we gotta do these little toes of her. I kind of like the fact that it looks like she's got mold on her legs. It just adds to the piece for me, you know? I will be right back. I'm gonna stop that beeping noise. You're good? That's good to hear. Good to hear. Have you done any streams recently? Or how's it going? So hopefully I can just give the leg a little bit more shading and body, and then hopefully it'll stand out a little bit better. But yeah, I really love the shape of her feet in this. I feel like they just came out perfectly. You were sicker on Friday, bit of gastro, but you're almost back to normal finally. So, no streaming for about a week now. Yeah, being sick like that really makes it impossible to stream, you know? Glad you're taking care of yourself and taking time off, you know, that's important. Thank you for the resub, Lady Paints a Lot. Thank you so much. I finally caught your stream. I was so happy. So happy that I did. Thank you so much for that resub. Really appreciate it. Guys, you have to check out Lady Paints a Lot stream. She is an amazing artist. Thank you for the follow, Fuzzy and Twiora. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And thank you for the follow, Ellie Eclectic. So glad to see me. Same, Lady Paints a Lot. Same. I finally caught your stream and it was so relaxing. I was so sad that it was super late and I had to go to sleep, but really glad I caught it. How was your stream? Oh, were you just raiding us? Did I not notice the raid? Yeah, you just raided us with 14 zombies. Thank you so much for raiding us. Really appreciate that. Jenny, thank you for the follow. It was really great. Yeah, what did you paint or what did you work on? Please go ahead, drop a link and feel free to show us. We'd love to have a look. So we're just in the process of finishing up some of the final details of my little girl over here. So she has telekinetic powers, and she was at first she was a little bit embarrassed of her magic powers, so she'd always try to hide them. But there came this day where she finally decided she was going to be herself, and that was this day where she decided to just use her telekinetic powers on some rocks and let loose. So it's all about owning your magic. You missed me so much. I missed you too. Really did. It's so good that you can catch the streams again. Finger painting and just painting in paint tonight was fun. Well, do show us your creations. Please do. You love her expression. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. She is a little bit quirky. Her hairstyle is actually based off of the artist Mab Gray. Sorry, not Mab Gray's, Brett Manning art. So if you check out her work or are already familiar with her, that's where her hairstyle was inspired from. So yeah, we're just working through adding some more, details, getting her looking a little bit more interesting, hopefully. So we started streaming a lot earlier lately. We've been going since I think 12 this morning. So hopefully it makes it easier for especially some of you guys over in the States to be able to make the streams. That is the idea. For those of you who are new here from the raid, whereabouts are you guys from? Please introduce yourselves. Oh, we've got some artwork from Lady Paints a Lot. Let me have a look. Oh my goodness, guys, this is amazing. I have to show you. Hang on. Let me show Lady Paints a Lot's work to you guys. Give me 1 second. This is amazing, guys. Take a look at this. How cool is that, guys? This is why you gotta follow Lady Paints a Lot, because this is the incredible artistic stuff she comes up with. I'm in love with this. It is so beautiful. It looks like those violet flowers, like you've actually pressed flowers. It's beautiful. Wow, I love it. You've got the same hairstyle at the moment. Well, you've got a very beautiful hairstyle then, let me tell you that. This is incredible work. Please drop a link to your socials as well, Lady Painslot. Feel free to share more of your work with us. We would love to take a look. Drop a link in Discord and then everybody can go follow you in their own time. Drop a link to your Twitch channel. We all want to give you support. You're from California, Los Angeles specifically. Okay. Is it summer over there yet or getting there? You're a Dutch artist living in Belgium. Really? That is so cool. We've got a couple of people from the Netherlands actually. Are you familiar with Ian's stream? So I think he goes by the name Darkest at the moment. It's ink on watercolor paper, like India inks and acrylic inks. A lot of it is you painting with your finger. Well, that is incredibly artistic, Lady Paints a Lot. Thank you so much for the raid and the resub. Really appreciate that. It's always summer in LA. Okay, okay. Then you do the small details with brush. Well, it came out so good. I love the effect. You really should do more of them. You need to get Journey to meet Ian and Willow. Yeah, exactly. Ian and isn't it Ian and Kalida? They both changed their names to Darkest and Willow. Okay, got it. So you're very new to Twitch. He sounds awesome. They're Dutch, so both of them are Dutch, and they're also art streamers. They're very lovely people. You've got to go visit their streams. Great, great people to meet. So I actually realized that I spent a lot more time on art this year than ever before, which is probably due to streaming. You know, you guys are keeping me incredibly committed and, staying here, keeping me accountable. So I really appreciate the support, guys. So, how long have you been on Twitch so far, Jenny? And what got you into the art section? That was the question. Is this a new outfit? Sorry, I missed the question. I'm a little lost. Sorry about that, Khan. This is not really new outfits. I've worn this jumper before, and I've had this uh, cardigan for quite a while now, so I don't know what Fahrenheit temperatures are like. For sure, absolutely catch me soon and love us a lot. You too, Lady Paintslot. Really appreciate you rating us today, and thank you so much for that resub. Really appreciate that. Your artwork is wonderful. If you have a chance, please share it in our Discord section as well. We'd love to have it on there. Robin, how are you? Hello, Twiora. I'm always looking fresh. I try, I try. Those vinyls that you purchased were amazing, Khan. They're just so good. Khan actually purchased some vinyls, guys, and they are so stunning. So, so stunning. You've been meaning to ask me about stickers. Would I have them on Etsy soon? I really need to look into that, Robin. At the moment, they're on my Patreon. So you get vinyl stickers if you pledge to me for, I think it's 3 months, and then you get a vinyl sticker. And then you get different rewards throughout the year. Every 3 months, you get different rewards. But I am looking to actually individually sell stickers at some point. So just stay tuned. I'll let you know when I do have stickers. Just been very busy. I actually had one of the client jobs, one of the large client jobs that I was doing. So this is for my design work, not my illustration work. And it actually fell through, and it wasn't because of the client I worked with. It was their client that was just taking too long. So unfortunately, meant that the whole project fell to pieces. And yeah, I was really, really hoping that it wouldn't, you know, because it was a really good project to be working on, but sometimes you can't control these kinds of things. They just happen, you know. So it's a little sad, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm just happy that me and the client themselves have, you know, parted on good terms, and they're still looking to work with me in the future, which is great. Yeah, Alex, hello, you're back. Thank you so much for the resub. Really appreciate that. 4 months. Thank you. How are you doing? Really appreciate all your continued support. Oh, that's lame. What's lame? The most important thing. How are you doing, Alex? How have you been? It's been a while since we've had you here, you know? We're glad you're back. So I'm adding lots of little details to the rocks here. I'm gonna add some more highlights to them afterwards as well. You're good. Had a very nice weekend. How about me? I had an awesome weekend. I celebrated my brother's graduation this weekend, and he graduated with first class honors in math. So I'm really proud of him for doing all the maths that I can't do. You know, I'm not that great at maths. But yeah, we went out to some lovely places to eat. Went to a really nice restaurant. I had some creme brulee and some chicken dish. It was really good. Really, really enjoyed it. Hello, Inmarsh. How are you doing? Glad to see you back here. Using graphite or watercolor? Sorry, it'll sort itself out. Oh, sorry, you don't have your glasses. So I'm currently using graphite, but the rest of the painting has been done in watercolor. So all the detailed bits are being done in graphite. Math rocks. Gotta love a bit of maths. I don't. I really don't. I'm actually surprised. Like, you're like the second artist now that I've met that likes maths. I don't know that many artists who like maths. She's getting very close. I'm super happy with her progress. You can't wait for stickers. You're going to order one of my cards though. They look so good. Thank you, Robin. I'll show you what I print my cards on. So I do them all at home. I have a really good printer at home. And I'll show you the paper that I've got. So this is the Hang on, I'll show you on the big screen. You guys can see a little bit better. This is the type of paper I print my cards on. It's really, really nice paper. It has a nice texture to it, so it's like, it's not completely canvasy, but it's not gloss either. And they come with a beautiful little ridged edge in the middle. So if I can grab one out, you might be able to see, hang on, they have a little ridge in the middle, if you guys can see, so you can bend them ever so slightly. And they print beautifully. I am so happy with these cards. They're absolutely incredible. So yeah, if you're looking to print your own cards, guys, this paper is kind of pricey, but it's really good. So I have a Canon Pro 1000 printer. So it's a really nice printer, and I no longer have to deal with any printers stuffing up my projects because I just lost patience for those. You can't wait for stickers. You'll try to do something with watercolor. You really should, Napalm. I reckon you'd really enjoy watercolor. I really do think once you get the hang of it, it is a beautiful medium to work with. It's like Canson paper. I've never used Canson paper, so I normally use, for my prints, I use Hahnemuhle paper, and for my cards, I use Red River paper. So I only ever use paper that's like, you know, um, like a good quality, a high rate of GSM as well, because otherwise they just don't print really well. You have a surprise party for your friend at the end of May, so you'll get him a nice card. Well, what kind of creature? If you want a custom card, Robin, I can always make you a card out of any of my drawings. Just when you do a checkout, just place custom order, and it will be the same price as all my other cards. But yeah, you can get a card of any of my prints. Just let me know. If one of them is not available, I can do a custom one for you. He has 7 dogs, so the Humphrey Humongous Hunger is perfect. Okay, well, yeah, that sounds very fitting then, definitely. But yeah, still, if you want a custom message typed in a similar font, let me know and I can do one for you. You believe it's more flimsy paper than Canson paper, but you could be wrong. So is Canson paper really thick? Because I know Canson paper gets sold at the print stores like normal office paper. I think you just get lots of varieties of it. So I wouldn't be able to know. Fabriano paper is very good for watercolor too. Oh, the paper I'm currently painting on is Arky's watercolor paper, so it's hot pressed. The paper that I print on for my art prints is Hahnemuller. You agree about the watercolors, they've been your nemesis for years, but last week you finally decided you're going to use your little tubes of cure and you're actually falling in love with them. For mixed media, mostly because you have no patience to use them the traditional way. Oh, well, paints aren't and all kinds of mediums, they're not meant to be used in only one way. I think it's amazing that you're exploring. I mean, we just saw from Lady Paintslot's raid how amazing paint can be when it's used in a different way, right? Canson is the thick texture kind you get in basic sketchbooks. Okay, okay. Well, this is I reckon this is 300 GSM, so the paper I'm currently painting on. In regards to nothing, you're unintentionally adding a little bit of Beetlejuice in each of your drawings. Was doing this, draw this in your style and just tossed it to the black and white snake body in there. Well, there's no harm in that. That's inspiring you, yeah. I'd love to see. Please share it in Discord. We'd love to have a look. Only thing you're worried about at this point is your color choice. Hope it didn't go too bright. You only have money for Canson, another reality the price is here. Hello, Ma! How are you doing? Glad to see you here. How was your weekend? Awesome. Well, you'll order it and you'll message me a bit later on Discord about a message if that's all right. Yeah, totally. Please go ahead and thank you so much for your order from my store. Really appreciate when I get to, personally send things out to you guys. That really makes my day. You love the intuitive way as well. Exactly. Yeah, being like painting intuitively can lead to so many surprises. Aki's hot pressed watercolor paper. Yes, that's correct, Rin. Isn't Rin just Pog? She's always here, always having fun with us, always being part of like helping people find the information that they need, right? What would we do without Rin? We need a Rin shout out. Well, she is about to start streaming soon, guys, so if you guys could give Rin a follow, hopefully you'll be able to attend one of her streams soon. I am definitely going to be hanging out there. For sure. You love my style. Thank you. Thank you so much, Journey. Really appreciate that. You're swell. Weekend is decent. You've watched the first two Hobbit movies. First time watching, no spoilers. Yeah, you know the movies are old, but you've not heard anything of them yet, so let you enjoy it. Well, don't worry, Ma. I haven't seen them yet either, so you're not alone. You'll make it custom for you when you get back into streaming and Appy too. Definitely, definitely do. Please do. You're not missing Rin's stream for the life of you. Neither am I. Neither am I, for sure. I'm already looking forward to it. Dropped it in the Discord. The fact that it's a snake with human eyebrows just makes me giggle. Well, I will have a look after the stream for sure. Can't wait to see what it looks like, and I'll have a look and tell you what I think if the colors you use are too bright or not. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. If you love information, love, 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 and love a friend, you have Rin to turn to. Much love, Rin. That is hilarious. You gotta write that in one of those fountain pens of yours. No worries, Robin. See you soon. I will get onto those stickers for you, I promise. Just need to flesh it out some more. Well, a lot of drawings, just need that extra little time to get there. Doesn't mean they never will. You have oil paint that maybe likes me. It's kind of that style. Well, please share some of your work in Discord. I'd love to have a look. May have strayed from the original concept, but you think the artist will be pretty alright with that. I'm sure they will. Especially if it's considered a draw that's in your style anyways, you know. Your penmanship doesn't look good enough for that. You'll try, but you'll not do it justice to the facts. Well, we gotta see it. We've gotta have some contribution to Rin's Pognus on here, you know? You've worded it so beautifully, so now you gotta give it some decoration. Thank you for the follow, Alberto. Really appreciate that. Please sit down and join our vampire tea party. Let us know where you're from. So I reckon it does need a little bit more purple. So I'm gonna see if I can mix up some more purple for us. I just wanted to lose that sort of white look. Just want to tone it down a little bit more. Because otherwise the lace bits aren't quite standing out. So hopefully now they will. Sometimes the camera just goes all blurry and really struggles to focus back. So I think that looks good. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll just wait for that to dry before I add some more, you know, colouring around, some line work around it. Otherwise I'm just gonna scratch off all the paper. It really pops so much more after I add the line and shade with the pencil. Yeah, it does. It's crazy, but it really, really helps. What if I added like purple energy under the rocks where they're coming up from the ground to show that she's lifting them? I need to figure out how to do that. Yeah. I'll leave it until the last minute because I don't wanna ruin the background that I've got. But yeah, I do want to add some more, I guess, motion to it. So we'll see. You're gonna eat some breakfast and get started on Patreon project. It was so lovely to meet us. Can't wait to see more. It was lovely meeting you too, Journey. Thank you so much. And definitely check out those Dutch artists. So, Darkest and Willow apparently are their names. So go and ask a Lady Paints a Lot. She'll probably have the new account names now. Where do you find the Discord? Rin just shared it to you, so go and check that out. Little wave to Appy as well. You're a sweet group. Enjoy. Appy and Rin are awesome. They always hold down the fort here for me. So I'm really, really so blessed to have them. The hair in the drawing has a life of its own. That was the idea. I kind of wanted it to be like really uncontrollable and like, she can't keep it in line. So hopefully I have properly achieved that. So I'm gonna go with a slightly larger pencil now and just add just some surface area to the bottom so we can see that she's actually standing on solid ground as opposed to just floating midair. We don't really want that. A quick question that I might be able to answer. Do I have a ring light? If so, can I tell you a bit about the one I got? Recently, you got one while you were at Best Buy. Yeah, I do use a ring light. Actually, can. It's just a cheap one I got off eBay, so it doesn't have any brand name really. I think it's a 12-inch one. Um, it works pretty nice. So I use it for my face cam. I don't use it for the art. I just find that it doesn't quite go bright enough for the art, so I still use an overhead light. I can send you a picture of my setup actually. I think I did post one in Discord, but I'll see if I can post it again. But yeah, I'll share a picture of my full setup so you can see how I've done things. You're wondering if you should have gotten a larger one. What is a good size? You got this one, but it describes it as a vlogging kit and 6 inches. 6 inches is fine. It more depends on how much space you have on your desk. If it gets really bright, that's all you need. You face it towards the wall and let it reflect the light on you. Yeah, exactly. I reckon, you probably don't need much more than the 6 inch one. Um, Mine's a 12 inch. I have a really big room, so I figured, probably is helpful. It's also a lot further from me, so you know, you use an 8 inch one and it gets very bright and has options of cool or warm toned light. Yeah, they get super bright. The cameras don't really have any complaints with them. The only times you're really going to notice it is if you want to get an area bright enough for art. I feel like it's just not quite there. At least mine doesn't get that bright. You can hear little Zazie goofing off over there in the corner. So I reckon we've got a lot of detail already added into her. I'm wondering if I can start the gouache stage yet, and hopefully we can add some highlights as well. Wow, it's raining all over again. Rained earlier, it's raining again. We're getting so much rain. It's pretty much like totally dry in Australia all summer until it gets to winter, and then we get really good rain. At least that's the idea. We hope we get really good rain. That helped a lot. You weren't even having it face the wall. Looks much, much better that way. Well, mine's not facing the wall, but I think my camera just adjusts a lot better to it. Um, so I find it works much better for me to not face mine to the wall. But yeah, definitely if you are finding that your camera's overexposed, what Rin said, yeah, face it to the wall. It's gonna look much, much better for sure. Gouache, the forbidden word, exactly. We're using gouache, guys. We're gonna go over with a couple of highlights here and there, and hopefully we will get some more details worked into her. Those hands are so good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad they're looking quite good. Okay. So I have to figure out where I can put this wash. I always struggle, it always dries up and then it gets so hard to get the paint back out. Like it just completely solidifies and you can no longer get it out. It's just one of those incredibly hard things. Well, I might just do that. Mix it up straight in the thing. So I really want to start by adding a little touch up to her nose and her eyes. There we go. I mean, how much more lively does she seem now, guys? It's like way better. I'm getting gouache all over the place here. We're so close to finishing her, guys. Cannot believe it. So this is where the crystals are really going to come to life with their shiny highlights. There we go. So I've added some little highlights to her fingertips because that's going to help separate her fingers from the background area. All the crystals now have highlights, and I've added some highlights to her toes as well. So hopefully she's starting to properly come to life. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to really add a lot to her face. I'm going to use very subdued palettes. So that's probably all. I might try and highlight the under her noses area a little bit better. We'll see. Don't want to do it too much, but that is too much. I just wanted to be obvious that it's got that that's the underside glow of her little nose. Now you can see the underside has that beautiful little glow, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm very, very happy with her. It looks so good. Thank you, Ren. Thank you. Do you use anything to protect the work from smudging? Or am I just very careful? I'm just careful. So I just pay attention where I put my hand down and things like that. I don't generally put anything on the work at all because then it means I can't really rework it with a different medium. And I like to sort of flip from one section to another quite frequently. So I need to be able to do that. But yeah, I have made really good progress on her. I feel like her face just needs a little bit more color, so I'm gonna try and work in a little bit of pink into her face. Just very slight areas of pink. It just takes patience and practice. Yeah, exactly. I think it just takes a little bit more awareness, like while you're painting. Try not to just completely lose yourself into the painting, which is really hard to do, but you need to sort of stay aware of your surroundings, stay aware of, sometimes, things can get tricky. Like I currently have some wet or wet-ish gouache on my hands. So the idea is just to make sure your hands are always clean so that you have less chance of having that accident. But in general, I'm like very careful that I hold how I hold the brush. I angle it so that I don't have to put my hand on the paper unless I know that my hand is extremely clean. You can also wear gloves, but obviously that doesn't really help with, when you're working with paint. It does help when you're working with graphite, but I just find I don't really find them comfortable. So yeah, I just really struggle painting with, drawing with gloves on. I know a lot of people do, so if it works for you, that's great. I'm happy for you, but it didn't work for me. So I had wanted to try and darken up parts of the background on the bottom, but I don't want the crystals to start disappearing on me, you know? I'm really worried that that's going to happen if I do that. So I'm not sure how to go about it. But I do feel like it needs a little bit more gradient to the top, that it's just not quite there yet, you know? So I'm going to wet the paper again and hopefully hopefully I won't ruin it entirely. So I want to keep it all the same level of wet so that my blending can work properly. So now I first want to go in with some more of that darker green because I want to have this background area gradient in a little darker. So I'll mix up just enough for it to use. And what I also want to do is add some, I think add some purple, but like I would like to add some purple flecking to sort of show, as Rin suggested, the energy effect of these rocks. So hopefully I can get that perfectly. So I'm taking a bit of a risk here, but I am pretty sure it's gonna pan out great. Do the other side as well. And now I have a beautiful gradient, and I'm really, really happy with it. I'm gonna try and just darken the bottom area a bit more, particularly around the horizon line where I want it. Thank you for the follow, Madav. How are you? Please sit down and join our vampire tea party. Let us know where you're from. Feel free to introduce yourself. I'm really, really happy that I added the extra background area because it is a lot easier now to see where's the foreground, where's the background. Hello, Sergey Sina. You're back. False visual. How are you doing? Glad you guys are back here. So I might use my gouache again, but for the time being, I'm going to close it up so it won't dry. So I just need this paint to dry up just a little bit. I'm gonna mix up some, get some more purple. Actually, I'll mix the purple up over there. and touch of red. And then I have some beautiful, beautiful. So I'm not too sure whether or not that's from. I think that's probably going to get a little confusing. So what I might do is work in some purple in her hair. There we go. You're doing great. The weather here is nice, not so hot. Well, that's awesome. Glad to hear you've got some really nice weather. You finished seeing a movie. It was called Bohemian Rhapsody. What's it about? It's based on the life story of Freddie Mercury. I don't know who Freddie Mercury is. TPD, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Please feel free to sit down and join a vampire tea party. Introduce yourself. We'd love to get to know you. Okay, well, I have the background properly done. The paper is definitely reaching the limit, so I can't play around with it that much more, but I need to try and make her foot appear again because she has started losing some of her little feet, little toes actually. So gotta get them back. There we go. Yeah, she's definitely much more grounded now. The bottom area is has the darker gradient. It's a little bit more obvious on my other screen than here, but who knows? Who knows? So I'll have to wait for that to dry properly. I reckon while I wait for that, I'm gonna go in and give her eyes some beautiful dark, um, like just more depth with some darker black. Oh no 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 no! Didn't mean to do that. That's alright. I can always go over, fix it up anyway. I need a smaller brush, but I don't have one that does a nice small tip like that. I mean, this is just way too runny. That's nice. So now our eyes are just popping beautifully. That's what I wanted. Hopefully that makes her eyes pop just a little bit more. In her eyes, the way she's looking. Hang on, what did I miss? Oh, he was the lead singer of Queen. Okay, right. That must have been an interesting movie. You love what I've just done to the grass. Thanks, friend. Thank you. You think you can find it on Netflix? She looks wonderful. Thank you for the visual. Thank you. You like her eyes and the way she's looking. Yeah, I love her expression. I'm really, really happy with her so far. So, how are you doing, Aaron? How was your day? You're good? Is this on watercolor paper? Yes, it's as Rin said, it's on Arky's hot press watercolor paper. I'm just softening some of those edges that are a little bit too harsh because I don't want extra lines in my artwork. Okay, right. So let us see if I can add paper. The paper seems to be fine, so I reckon I can add some of those details back in, you know? There we go. I might try um I might try some of my Copics actually, but I'm gonna run them on. Actually, I don't know if I have purple Copics. I might do. I'll have a look because I feel like the watercolor just isn't quite bringing out the purple color that I need. So hopefully, with Copic markers, I can get that color back in. We'll see. I'm just gonna go really gently over some of these. See what happens. I reckon it's just going darker. It's not really giving me the glow. It's just going darker. Which is fine. Helps add some contrast, but not exactly what I was looking for. It's too bad. Long day, happy it's winding down, on the fence about working or arting, not sure yet, so drawing inspiration by watching me. Well, I hope I inspire you to be creative because, that would be awesome. That would be awesome if I get to cause new art to be put out into the world, I think. And that is way too dark. That's not gonna work. I have so many Copics, but none of them are giving me the color that I need. It's crazy. What mediums have I used on this thus far? So only Copics, watercolor, and graphite. Oh yeah, and gouache. Thanks, Bryn. And gouache. I almost forgot about the gouache. But yeah, not a whole lot. Yeah, my only hope is to get some more of that gouache on these crystals and um, hopefully by then they will look like they're glowing again. If not, I have to figure out something new. It's crazy how quickly gouache dries. Mm, that is too wet. I need more paint. Yeah, Gimme, hello, how are you? Your swords are made up from the wiggly rubber like prop ones. Should you start worrying when two swords are pointing at you right when you came in? Exactly what Rin said. Your swords are made from the wiggly rubber like prop ones, but they're good for bonking any nonsense. That is great. Great, great. We should have that as a little, like, a little saying about our mods. I love that. You could prevent sword bonkings and forest fires. The scary than Little Nightmares Lady. That is Rin, exactly. That would be Rin. Hello, Ethan. How are you doing? Then it means like poor forests are doomed. Oh no. Whereabouts are you from, Ethan? Maybe you're going to get bonked a lot. Bonking with a rubber sword is fun. Exactly. So I am going to start adding a little bit more details to the grass on the bottom. Oh no, the paper is still super wet. Probably can't do that because I'm just gonna rip it off. So I may just need to keep adding little details in other areas instead. It's crazy how much you can keep, like, art is never done, right? Art can just be a continuous project endlessly being worked on. The only man in history that was bonked to death with a rubber Wrigley sword. What, is that you? You're awfully good, thanks for asking. Well, I'm glad you're awfully good. Awfully good sounds great. You're from Seattle. Oh, cool. Is it what, like, how's the weather over there right now? Is it warm? Is it cold? I hope it's warmer there than it is over here. It's actually quite freezing over here. Thank you for the follow, Lunita. I really appreciate that. Please tell us where you're from and what kind of art you like to make. May is usually starting to get nice in Seattle. Okay, it's midnight there. Well, the streams have started a lot earlier lately, so hopefully for you guys in the States, it should be a lot easier to make them now than it used to be. I reckon it would. Thank you for the follow, Grey Wolf. Really appreciate that. Near midnight. Right. This is such a dope piece. Thank you. Thank you. This is actually move the iPad out of the way. This is actually my a piece based on a girl with telekinetic powers, and she used to shun her powers because she thought she was too strange for using them. But this was the day where she decided she's gonna let loose, she's gonna use them. So she chose some purple crystals and she pulled them out of the ground, and essentially she is using her powers for the first time. So the idea is, the title of this piece is Own Your Magic. I am very good, thanks, Grey Wolf. Hope you are too. Whereabouts are you from? There we go. Grass is added back, everything's added back. Should probably add my signature as well. There we go. So I reckon, guys, I reckon she is essentially done. How come I earned the Alien Princess title? Well, that's essentially just from an inside joke between my dad and I, where essentially he jokes about the fact that we've come from outer space, so I've just adopted the word, and I consider myself to be one of them. You say like that, can't be specific. You're from Canada and you're goodish. Well, Rin is from Canada as well, so you're in good company. Definitely in good company. Well, unfortunately, I reckon it is about time for us to finish. So I'll just quickly glance over and see who we can read. And, well, we haven't rated Chloe in a while, and we could also read Professor Huntington or Freakmeister. So, really depends where you guys want to go. You put some suggestions in Discord. No worries, I'll have a look. You love it when Aussies say, you reckon. Why is that? Why is that? So guys, she is finished. I'm going to unbend her at some point, so she won't look like this. But she is looking really gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Really happy with her. I might be able to add some just ideas of little grasses on the bottom. They're not really contrasting very well, so. There we go. Hopefully that's just giving a little bit more layering. Okay, let us have a look at who we can read. Let me see. I just gotta mute this and have a look. So I will give you guys the option. Let more bonking comments. Also, so chat can keep seeing you and Appy with swords. Yeah, so how about Professor Huntington, guys? We can raid either Professor Huntington, who's doing some chalk. We can raid Freakmeister, who's working on a dog called Lola in acrylics. Or we can raid Chloe, who is doing an unknown painting in black acrylics as well. So I'm not quite sure what that's going to become, but her work is always very surprising and very rewarding. So Just spam a name, guys. Chloe, Freakmeister, or Professor Huntington. Spam a name and we will raid that person. Even Americans said it would sound completely different and suggest completely different things about that person. It's always charming to hear it from an Aussie. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. I look like an Italian, really? I don't know why I look like an Italian. I've like no Italian lineage. Professor is doing a special event piece right now, a steampunk piece for the streamer Ren Fair right now. Might be fun to head over there. Also, so chat can keep seeing you and Appy. So guys, we've got 3 votes for Professor Huntington. So it looks like we're heading over there. The Ventura girl, you mean? Yeah, so Chloe Ventura. But yeah, we'll rate her another time because it seems like we've got 3 people already voting for Professor Huntington. So let us head over there. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on the journey of this painting. I really, really enjoyed it. And you guys kept me really good company. So I'm looking forward to the next piece we get to join together. But until then, Ren will let you guys know, or Appy will let you guys know the raid messages. Both of them have spent so much time helping me set up all the commands and all the raid messages. So please, guys, copy and paste that message when we head over to Professor Huntington so she can know which of you guys are from the raid and shared our love with her. But until then, I will type in the raid message. It's always so hard when I read her because her name is so long and so long to type. So let's see. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. We will be streaming and not sure what we're gonna do yet, but until then, bye guys.